baby. I'm about to show them what a boss really about. What you here for? Strictly business. I'm bossed up. I'm bossed up. I got boss in my IV. Just check my ID, and that's why I be the HNIC. People despise me. My services ain't free. Ain't trying to hear your story, homie. Cop me, no please. In high school, corner, quarterback. Nowadays, corner, quarter sack. Keep that on the low. Rappers turning into rats. Try snitching on they self. DEA ransack.
What's good? What's popping, your boys? We back in the building. Seems like we never leave the building, but we do.
Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? We always working. Always working. There's always work to be done.
100%, sir. Let's do a quick little recap. Titans, Falcons, that game has gone final.
Yep.
23-20. Tennessee on top. Cam Ward looking like garbage. But, you know, I just want to see I just want to see what the narrative is going to be for him, seeing that, you know, we're going to get to Shedeur and all of the people who are still have excuses for him or don't want to give him credit. But Cam Ward went out there today, 2 for 7, 42 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions.
How long did he play? How long did he play?
Let's see. Let's see. Where is the drive summary? I need where they don't break it down. I don't want Atlanta's. I want Tennessee's. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Looks like maybe the first drive.
I figured. Oh, all right.
Because I'm looking at Cam Ward. Yeah, the first drive. That's it.
Jeez. When it comes to Cam Ward, first and foremost, I told everybody, he's not as good as everybody thinks.
Nope.
So all of that, the Miami and him being all the stuff like that, bro. Like I've seen him at the top, and I've seen him lose while he was supposedly at the top and supposed to be the best quarterback in the nation. I told you guys that there's a lot of stuff that's going to transition from college that's going to transition to the NFL, and if they don't get a handle on that early, it's going to be a really big problem. Kind of seeing that now. Like I said, that lazy shit where he kind of just slows in the pocket and then wants to like roll out. And no, like I said, you got to have hot feet, right? Like identifying blitz packages, right? Identifying certain coverages, right? Like there's certain things that he needs to tighten up. Like I said, right? I never said that he was bad. I said that there was things that he doesn't do well that he needs to tighten up if he wants to be looked at and continue to be looked at as a number one quarterback in this draft.
I think the worst thing for him was the fact that he played at Miami last year and that offensive line was as good as it was. Because that offensive line in Tennessee is not as good as the Miami line last year.
Not even remotely.
So the things that he was able to do, like he never really had to work on his actual get back, plant, and get the ball out in rhythm. Because he had time, or to even deal with being under duress. I think Shedeur was the total opposite. Like he was under duress too much. So we never got to see him to be able 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plant and go. Like we never got, because by the time he did that, there was a linebacker on him, a defense end, defense tackle. There was somebody getting through.
Every time.
So yeah, so if you know, this is why him playing with the 2s and the 3s and the 4s it kind of helps him out because he's used to kind of like manipulating the pocket, moving around, doing those types of things on a consistent basis, because that's what he had to do at Colorado. Whereas Cam Ward, he was protected with that offensive line.
He was protected a lot. He had a lot of the top recruits as receivers, right? He also had a lot of the top recruits on defense, right? Like a lot of the people forget, like Miami stacked that team, right? And as much as Colorado did recruiting as good as they did, right? It wasn't anywhere near what Miami did and the names that Miami brought in, right?
Right.
So that's the reason why that vitriol was happening, right? Colorado brings in a top freshman as O lineman. Miami brings in 3 transfers from Alabama, LSU, and like the names, the numbers, right? They don't add up. So when it comes to both those quarterbacks, and we're looking at what the other person does well, what somebody does, like what somebody needs to work on and develop, it's like, yeah, Cam kind of has to work on a little bit more because he had a team that was a lot better than what Shedeur had. Shedeur didn't have a running game. Shedeur didn't have receivers that can go over 1,000 yards. Shedeur didn't have a strong offensive line. He didn't have a strong defense.
No, I think his receivers was dope. I think the offensive line and the lack of a running game allowed defenses to focus on that.
And when I say he didn't have the receivers, I'm not saying like as far as talent, because I think the Colorado receivers are better than Miami's receivers. I'm talking about as far as name goes, because as soon as
they didn't have the names.
People hear the name, they hear Miami, and Isaiah Restrepo and all these other cats. But it's like the other guys are better, but they're just underrated because they go to Chicago, they're in the prime, or they go to Colorado, they're in the prime, et cetera, et cetera. So like just looking at that, it's like, there's going to be a lot of flaws that Cam Ward is going to have to, play through and have to learn to develop. Which brings me to my next point. Stop letting, if you're going to sit up here and let Shedeur go through a whole ass fucking half and him being a rookie quarterback and Jackson Darton, bro, these guys play football.
You can't protect, because he's not, if he's only going to end up playing 3 or 4 drives the entire preseason,
what's the point?
And then you're going to roll him out game 1 expecting to play a full game?
What's the point? What is the point?
You're not helping Cam Ward by doing that
at all. You never help any. I've always said that you don't help any rookie quarterback doing that at all. You're gonna go out there and give him a series, 2 throws, and then you're done.
Yeah. Especially if Cam is going into Tennessee as the number 1 quarterback, so he needs all the reps he could possibly get.
All the reps.
He should be playing the half of every game, if not the whole game, all 3 preseason games.
And I don't want to hear, they got to save injury, and what if he gets hurt? This is football.
No, this is if you want to move the learning curve up, then let him play in the preseason, especially against the 3s and the 4s that are going to be out there. You want his confidence as high as you want,
literally, and you want him to be able to grasp.
So send his ass out there against the 3s and the 4s, and let him cook them niggas. Let him get used to calling the offense, get in and out of the huddle, work on your 2-minute drill, work on short yardage, work on all of those things in the preseason. Doesn't matter, he's going up against the 3s and the 4s. I want his confidence out the roof by week 1.
By week 1, I need his confidence to excel out through his helmet. Like this is, and I want everybody to really listen. This is the problem that the Niners ran into with Trey Lance. Everybody remember?
True.
Let's not act like we forget. They draft Trey, top 5 pick. What do? They let him sit behind Jimmy G. They don't let him play in the preseason as much. Why?
Let him rock. If you have already said that he's going to be our QB1, practice is one thing. Let him go out in the preseason and play actual football.
The actual game. Practice is completely different. You can throw on your teammates all fucking day, but when it comes to seeing somebody else, a different opponent, and not just one series, in multiple series, because that's important.
My thing is, I'd let him play 3 quarters. We got 3 games. You play in 3 quarters, and you might play all 4 quarters in the last game.
You might. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You might fuck around and play a full game.
Yeah, but I'm going to make sure that you are game ready come week 1.
Because you have to be, and this is the reason why it's so important. I've always felt like my coach used to tell me this, right? Like our coach he don't believe in sitting out the ones in preseason. No, you niggas are playing. Lace up your Nike and tighten your gear up, bro. You better put your chin straps on.
He's not fighting for position. He's not.
He's not.
Everybody else around him is, but he's not.
He's not. He's absolutely not. Like, and the reps are important. Not just 1 or 2 series, not just a series, not even just a quarter, because game plans change.
Yep.
You have to be able to adjust to that, not just as a player, but as a coach, and have to be able to adjust your rookie quarterback to the game plan. How do you know what he's good at if he only plays a series? How do you know what he's bad at if he only plays a series?
Yeah, you know what you can do stuff in the preseason just to see what it looks like. You know what you can do if it's 4th and 8. You know what you can do? Just go for it.
Just to see
what he can do.
Just to see what you got, and that's the thing that I always that's always frustrating. Oh well, our first rounds don't play for. No, y'all gotta let these boys rock, bro. Y'all gotta let them rock. Because we got to see what he's good at. We got to see what he's bad at, to where we can coach him where he can be good at.
I want to know what plays he's comfortable with during the game. If it's 2nd and short, what do you like? If it's 3rd and long, what do you like? 1st and 10, what are we trying to set up? Like, you can do situational shit in preseason and it feels perfect because there's no risk involved. There's no risk. Just do it.
Just do it.
You don't get repetition. It's not about It's not about winning the game per se. It's about winning the rep. It's about winning and understanding. Look, when we come out on the second drive, the first drive didn't go well. Let's see what we can do. Like, if we got a short field, what do we want to do? Like, you want to situational shit during the preseason. In my opinion, this is the way my coaches coach me. Very, very, very important. Because all the stuff that you want to do that you can't really do. Because in practice, niggas cheat. It's going to say that. The defense cheats. The defense knows the formations. Defense knows the plays. Defense, they know. So they cheat. A DB, he know I'm about to run a stick route. He's not going to back up off of that stick route.
He ain't lying. We for surely be cheating. I used to call offensive plays at practice.
Yeah. So you don't necessarily get a really good look when you're trying to do it. But no, you get a really good look during game day. So let him go out there, let him do what he does. So you can really get a real grasp on, you know what, on 3rd and 5, 3rd and long, he likes out routes. He's good with, like, we want to see, you could position the ball in certain situations. Put the ball on the left hash mark. Let's see how this play works on the left hash mark. You can do that in the preseason. And when I say put it on the red hash mark, I mean, we can run a play so that the ball ends up on that side of the field so we can run the play that we actually want to play. Like, there's a lot of manipulation and stuff that you can do in the preseason that you can't do during the regular season. Because you're not losing anything. That doesn't hurt you by doing it. You're just trying to get a feel of what works, what doesn't work, what he's comfortable with, what the offensive line can move like. There's a lot of things you can do. But only having Cam Ward having him play 7 plays in game 1, 7 games in game 2, and then maybe you bump it up to you double it. He plays 14. How is he season opener ready with only 22 reps under his belt?
And it just doesn't make sense because you can't expect a young quarterback to be ready based off the reps that you're giving. 2 reps, 2 pass plays, 4 pass plays, 6 pass plays. Like, and then now you're done. And in the next game, 2 pass plays, 4 plays. Like, the inconsistency, you have to build something. You have
to create a rhythm. You want to be able to create a rhythm.
Create a rhythm for him so that when he gets to week 1, especially considering that the keys are his, like Mel said, he has no competition. The job is his.
No, the job is his.
He's not
fighting already. You don't care. You don't care what the backup quarterback looks like.
You know what the backup quarterback looks like. You had him already.
You know what he is. You don't care about his reps. You don't give a shit about that.
Y'all drafted 2 first-rounders the past 2 years.
3.
And have done this exact same thing. You realize that the reason why Malik Willis looks well now, I didn't say he looks good, but the reason why he looks well now is because he was able to sit in a whole offseason and develop under LaFleur's system, right? He can play a whole goddamn quarter, a whole goddamn game, and make his mistakes. He can make his reads and develop like that. They can understand what they have and how they can coach him. And just like how his teammates are saying, oh, well, we believe Malik deserves a starting job somewhere. We believe Malik should be on a roster somewhere, right? Because he's able to develop and able to understand the system, right? This is the reason why Anthony Richardson got hurt. Because you throw them out there and they don't know what they're doing. Everybody wanted to sit there and blame the O-line. No, it's his fault.
He called the one made the Anthony Richardson shit ridiculous is that he called the protection. He knew where the hot was coming from, and he still didn't get rid of the ball. He shifted the offensive line. He knew the end was coming off hot. He knew that. So what he was supposed to do was get the ball out to the receiver to your left, or you hit the running back going right past the linebacker.
Or you check your protection like every single quarterback is taught.
No, that was the check. That was the check.
I get you. I get you. But literally, quarterback 101, you have 6 lined up across the board. You have 5 to protect. I don't understand why the alerts aren't going off in your head. Max protect. Hello, like
no. The running back did what he was supposed to do. The running back,
I for sure, I get that. He definitely did. But as a quarterback, as Anthony Richardson, because I've seen Eli do it, I've seen Peyton do it, I've seen Sean. Hey, fuck your route. That nigga's coming screaming. Take him.
No, you're supposed to give him the right. That's why if he's coming screaming, you dump him the ball.
And this is the reason why. This is the reason why I say that, right? Is because that wasn't even looking at the running back because he didn't.
He never looked at. Yeah, he never looked at.
Because he wanted the backside slant. Right? If you're going to sit there and eyeball that backside slant like you definitely was, either fucking throw it or check the protection, dog. It's quarterback in 101.
Yeah, no, he fucked that up.
Like, you're not supposed to sit up there and stare down the slant, and you know you have a running back that's not going to protect your backside because the tackle can't do it. He's going to be occupied. Yeah,
everybody, the whole line shifted to the left. So that's what he had. If the slant wasn't there, you have to whip your head and get it to the running back.
It's simple, right here. Boom. Here, not there, flick, dump.
Yeah. All right. Now, you know why we're here. Let's get to the quarterback of the week last week, Mr. Shedeur Sanders. And he can't win for losing. He just can't. It doesn't matter what Shedeur does. No one's going to like it. No one's going to like it. There is a growing disdain for if he would have went out there because the thing about it is they're saying, well, you can't take too much from it because he was out there against 3s and 4s and yada yada yada. I was like, well, he was playing with 3s and 4s, so I don't understand what that means. And they was like, well, it doesn't mean that much. I was like, so you don't want to give him credit for playing good, but had he went out there and looked like garbage, you would have said, you see, that's why he slipped to the 5th round.
Do you want to know the funny thing about that? Because everybody always says that, right? Everybody always says, oh, well, it's just preseason. Oh, well, it's just the 2s and 3s and the 4s. My coach used to say, preseason is important. Because, for one, it gives us time to tune up what we've been doing in the offseason. It gives you time to wake up and open up your bodies for all the contact that you're about to endure throughout the whole season. And it gives you an opportunity to go full speed when you've been holding back all summer, all offseason, right? So when people say that dumb shit, I sit up there and ask, are they not professionals on the other side of that football?
They're fighting for jobs too.
Are they not going full speed? Are they not also fighting for a roster spot? Is this not an actual game where we have actual quarters, where there's referees, there's markings, they have a scoreboard, there's fans here? Motherfuckers be acting like this shit's practice. It's not practice. It's an actual game where they're counting stats, where motherfuckers can get hurt. Yes, people can get hurt in practice, but these are other people that aren't your teammates, that aren't going to pull up.
They don't. Yeah, they're not pulling. They're not pulling up the night when you're going across the middle of the field.
This is an actual game that he's actually going through, that he actually played through. So I don't understand that. I don't understand. I never understood that narrative, bro. Like, that's the dumbest shit ever. These are actual players that are running actually full speed in an actual game that are actually trying to make a roster. They're playing for a check. What are you talking about?
Well, the narrative, they don't like they change what it is because of the person that we're talking about. And if it was anybody other, think about it. If you watched the Saints game and how bad Tyler Shuck played, everybody else says he played really good because he threw and completed one deep pass.
One deep pass.
That was it. The rest of his snaps was garbage. But they were very optimistic. Oh, well, you can see this and you can see that. They're very optimistic about Tyler Shuck. But you have to temper your expectations on Shedeur. Jackson Dart looked amazing. He looked good. He looked this. But you need to temper your expectations on Shedeur. Cam Ward only played. Cam Ward, I think, what he go 4 for 7. Every pass he completed was the one person. No, it was 2 people, but most of it went to Calvin Ridley.
Yep.
If in any other scenario, if Shedeur would have did that, they would have said, "Well, he's got to learn to come off for the primary wide receiver at times because it looks like he's only throwing to one side of the field."
Is he only throwing on that side? He can only throw on that side of the field. He can't throw on the other side.
But because it was Cam Ward, it was, you see the arm strength, you see the accuracy, you see this, you see that. But you got to temper your expectations on Shedeur Sanders.
It just don't make sense because
it doesn't make any sense.
People act like these aren't other grown-ass men that have both been in the league for years and are just freshly coming into the league that are not playing for not only a roster spot, but for a check. This is their job.
Yep.
Imagine everybody at work, we're all in the same work environment, and there's a competition to see who can do whatever the fastest. And whoever does whatever the fastest, that's who gets the bonus, the big bonus, whatever the fuck case may be, right? It's the same concept. Everybody's going to be dog eat dog. Everybody's going to be sitting up there trying to connive and trying to win, and it's going to get super competitive because motherfuckers are trying to get that money. It's the same thing in football. It's the same thing in NFL. There are a certain amount of roster spots. There are a certain amount of practice squad spots. There are a lot of people on this goddamn team. There's a lot of people on this roster right now. Everybody knows 53 men make the motherfucking team. I think only 20, if that, maybe 15 make the practice squad?
No, not even. 8.
Not even. 8. Boom. There we go. Like, they're playing for a check. Y'all don't understand. Like, y'all be trying to sit up there and downplay preseason. Always just preseason. This is when it's the most dangerous. All the niggas in the regular season, they got their money already. They sitting, except for the rookies, right? This is the most dangerous because these niggas are playing for a check.
Big check. Do you remember the Giants OC or defense? I forgot what he was. And he said Shedeur didn't know how to read a defense.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to hold on. I'm trying to upload this real quick because this was a lot of vitriol was said, right? Oh, he doesn't know how to read a defense. I just don't know if he can pick up an NFL offense. I don't know how strong he is in the deep throw game, right? He's a check down merchant, etc., etc. Yep. And
his accuracy rate was so high because he's a check down merchant.
Which is crazy because I would rather you check down and we pick up yards than you force a pass into coverage and we have a turnover.
Nah, because, everything got to be a big play.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to show you.
Not a big play, then it don't count.
I am going to pull this up, and this is probably the best breakdown of what Shedeur did on this play, because they said he couldn't. They said he couldn't.
Formation out of the gun.
Okay, they said that Shedeur couldn't read the defense.
Mhm.
Okay, now this is a quarterback coach, and I'm not going to mention his name or nothing like that, but this is what he did on that touchdown, on one of the touchdown plays, and watch how he breaks this down. But they said Shedeur couldn't do this.
We got a 3-by-1 bunch formation out of the gun. Now, deciphering a red zone defense is never an easy task, but Carolina appears to be in a quarter-style coverage. Off-a-line DBs, the outer shell, bodies being stacked over the trip side. This is arguably the best guess at the line that you can make if you're Shedeur Sanders. But he's going with the chest move, and it's a swing field motion out of the bunch into a 2-by-2 set. Now keep your eyes on this action. Shift, shift, and shift. The full weak side secondary has adjusted accordingly to the motion. Except for the will. And that very well could be a tell. Shedeur reads and reacts right off the snap. Second level blitz, and a buzz down safety. In the blink of an eye, your initial coverage read is out the window. Because now it's a fire zone match concept. 5 blitz, 3 low, 3 high in coverage. An out route paired with a stick, and a switch release crosser stacked with a goal line dig strong side. Now watch Shedeur Sanders navigate the pocket. Scan backside on the drop, maneuver off the collapsing pressure into space, and this is the beauty of the cross concept. The over route pulls. All the dig's got to do is take it.
Monty Marshall back in the game, does a nice job picking up the blitz. Sanders throws, touchdown, Davis again. Shedeur Sanders putting on a show here in the second quarter.
Now, that was the stuff that they said during the combine he couldn't do. They said he wasn't mobile. You don't have to be mobile if you know how to manipulate the pocket. Oh, well, he doesn't have, they say, oh, he's accurate, but he doesn't have arm strength. Well, to put the ball where he put it with the accuracy that he did, that's an NFL throw. He saved the tight end from getting knocked the hell out from the safety. Because if he stands him up, there's a good chance the safety hits him, ball comes out. Like, to read the coverage, understanding that the wheel's not moving, so 9 times out of 10, he's blitzing or he's spying. Then when you get the drops and everything, and you know where the windows are going to be, you slide to your right so the running back can pick up the blitzer. Make the accurate throw, low and inside, or low and outside. That's an NFL throw. That's what they said he could not do. Now, I have other video when he was in college doing the exact same thing, but that's not what we're here for. We're here just so that they try to tell everybody you shouldn't be excited about that. Because why? If you're saying that your people, your scouts, your front office people, all of your guys say that he's not an NFL quarterback, he doesn't make NFL throws, he can't maneuver and manipulate in the pocket, he holds on to the ball too long. Did that seem like he held on to the ball too long? Did it seem like he could read the defense? Was his accuracy on point? Like, everything that you would want from a young quarterback was on display in that one play. So what's the excuse? Tyler Shuck threw a pick 6 on a bad ball.
Horrible.
But somehow you still want to, or you can look at the size and the arm strength. You make up excuses for his mistakes, but you want to downplay the good stuff that Shedeur did. Now, I even showed last week, I showed the rollout where he took the sack and where he could have, where his head he was looking at the wrong part of the field. Mm-hmm. That's why he took the sack. Mm-hmm. But those are things that he will learn as he goes. But there was more good tape than bad tape from Shedeur. A lot of good tape.
It's just funny, right? Because seeing how he played and then seeing the reactions to how he played, it just comes down to y'all don't like him, which is cool.
That's it. That's it. That's all it really is.
That's fine. I just wish y'all would say that instead of coming up with all the reasons as to why y'all feel like he can't play. And he goes and shows you every single week.
That's all I say. It's like, just come out and be like, yo, I don't care what Shedeur does. I'm not going to like it.
I'm not going to like him, which is fine. That's perfectly fine.
Because then I know where you stand and you're not lying to people's face as if you're giving real analysis on a football scale when you're not. You're just giving your personal opinion about a kid based on whether it's his father or you don't like that he comes with the gold chains and he has I don't even want to call it arrogant. He's just a confident kid. I want my quarterback to be the most confident motherfucker on the field.
Lamar got drafted at the end of the first round and told everybody on national television live, y'all can get a Super Bowl out of me.
Did they think that Joe Burrow was arrogant when he was in LSU smoking a cigar and doing what he was doing? No. Like, why is it that he's being, and I'm not making this a black or white thing, so don't do that. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying this is a Shedeur versus everybody else thing. Because they said the exact same thing about Baker Mayfield. Like, why is it that their personality dictates whether you like them as a quarterback or not? That makes no sense to me.
I just want people to keep it real, bro. I would respect you more. I would respect you more if you didn't lie and be like, oh, well, he's not good. And all of this revisionist history, like, we don't also watch the game. That should be annoying as hell. Y'all act like motherfuckers don't have eyes and we don't watch the fucking game of football. Like, niggas didn't watch that and be like, and can break down that play like it just happened and be like, yo, he can actually play the game of football. Like, if you just came out and be like, yeah, no, I don't care what he does, I don't care how good he is, I don't like the nigga, I'm never gonna like the nigga. That'd be fine, bro.
I'll be cool because at least we know where you stand on that. But all this fake ass shit, Boomer Esiason. I watched Boomer Esiason say, well, I watched him when he was at Jackson State and I watched him when he was at Colorado, and he had 5-6 seconds to throw the ball and he never, and he didn't get the ball out on. I'm like, what Colorado game did you watch where Shedeur had 5 to 6 seconds to throw
the ball? And Shedeur in Colorado in the same sentence is absolutely asinine.
No, it's absolutely ridiculous. But these are people they want their NFL quarterbacks or their NFL coaches or their NFL analysts, and they want you to believe that, well, I have all knowledge, so if I say this, I'm right. No, you're not. You can't. This is how stupid they are. You can't say he had a shitload of time in the pocket, and then them niggas over there saying his offensive line was trash.
Literally, that's literally a contradiction.
Like, you can't do it. Somebody's lying.
Somebody in there lying, or somebody not watching the game of football, like y'all say.
Or somebody's not watching the game. There's no way that you can say, you know what? His accuracy is okay. His accuracy is okay. Didn't he win the award for most accurate quarterback in college football last year?
Yep, sure did.
Like, that doesn't make, like, what are you watching? What is the problem? Like, then they say, oh, well, he only completed passes on an average of 6 yards a play. I said, you know what that means? If he throw 2 passes, that's a first down.
Yep.
That's what that means to me. That's all I care about. 2 passes, first down. I'm cool with that. If it's 2nd and 5 and he throws a pass, guess what? First down, move the chains.
Yep.
Like, I don't care about all that stupid shit. Like, all it is, well, if he's not throwing the ball downfield, I don't care about none of that.
And
can he move the fucking offense?
Can he move the offense and score? And can he win games?
I don't care.
And what y'all don't understand is in the NFL, it's going to be completely different because he's going to have a run game. He's going to have a lot better defense. He's going to have a lot better O-line. Like, he's going to benefit from a lot of stuff that he didn't benefit from in college. So what he's going to be able to do in the National Football League compared to what he was able to do in the NCAA is going to be completely different. He's going to notice that he has more time. He's going to notice that, hey, I don't have to have so much pressure on me. I don't have to sit up here and out throw or freaking overthrow my goddamn arm or shoulder because I have a run game.
Yep. And then
I can get off the field.
And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to mean every bit of this. So Cleveland, if you're watching this, this is for your own good. fire Kevin Stefanski now.
Immediately.
Save yourself the trouble. Get John Gruden. Go get John Gruden. Go get you a real head coach. And I'm gonna tell you why. Quinyon Judkins just got acquitted or whatever the fuck it is. They dropped the charges, whatever. So he can now sign with the Cleveland Browns.
Yep.
They just signed Isaiah Bond.
Yep.
I know I said before, don't start Shedeur because the schedule is brutal. But now you have the best wide receiver that was in the draft last year on your team. You got the best tight end that was in the draft last year on your team. You have arguably the best quarterback from the draft on your team. You got two of the best running backs in the draft on your team. Offensive line is solid. You got Jerry Jeudy. Just start Shedeur. See what you got. You got 3 first-round picks next year. 3. See what you got so you know what you're going to do with those first-round picks next year. Because even if you don't use them, you can trade them. You can use them for trade bait to bring somebody in.
Use them for a trade. Yep, because they'll be valuable.
They'll be super valuable. And if y'all suck again this year, you'll have another top 5 pick.
You'll have another top 5 draft pick.
You could literally have 3 of the top 5 picks in next year's draft. Do you know what you can do with that? You could turn that whole team around in 1 year.
Literally.
Go ahead. Let Isaiah Bond be Isaiah. He's going to play with a chip on the shoulder any goddamn. Quinyon Judkins, we know how good he can be. We know about the Tennessee running back. Keep getting his fucking name. But the Tennessee running back, you got the tight end from Ball State. He's basically Kyle Pitts. And you got Shedeur. Go to work. Go to work. Don't play around with Joe Flacco and all that bullshit. Just see what you got in Shedeur. If it don't work, it don't work. It is what it is. You still got those picks for next year. They might mess them up, but if they got them, they might mess the picks up. You right, Andre. They
could. They very much could. But the thing about it is, first and foremost, like Mel said, you have the roster to succeed, right? If not now, then definitely in the future, right? So sit on that and understand what you have. But at the same time, stop with the coaches and the analysts from Cleveland and the analysts from Ohio. Tell them to shut up.
Tell them shut up. Go get a real coach. And American Wool, Stefanski won Coach of the Year twice, and they were both bullshit.
Literally,
they were both bullshit.
Like y'all gotta start supporting y'all young quarterbacks. You did the same thing to Baker. You did the thing to Johnny. You tried to do you did it to you do it to every single fucking young quarterback y'all draft.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have had this. The crazy thing about this, if you would have just developed DTR, you wouldn't be in this situation. You wouldn't.
Same thing. He's too small. Arm is not big. Stop with the narratives coming from your own camp about your young quarterbacks, but then expect them to go out on the field and play for you and build confidence. Like when they don't even feel like you trust them or didn't even want.
Won't they call Kevin Stefanski like a quarterback guru and offensive genius and all that shit?
Literally.
Why is his offense always asked him? Why can't he develop a young quarterback then?
I don't know the best. I know it's crazy because the best that offense has looked was before Stefanski actually got there, when Baker was there.
Before Baker tore his fucking shit up.
Before Baker tore his labrum.
Like, it's not like the Browns have the opportunity right now to turn that entire organization upside down and make it right. That's what I mean when I say turn it upside down. You put Isaiah Bond out there. You put Jerry Jeudy. You put Njoku. You put the tight end from Ball State out there. You got Judkins. You got – I keep forgetting the damn running back from Tennessee. You put him out there. You put Shedeur, that offensive line, and you develop. You start going to work. Shedeur gonna have a chip on his shoulder. You already know that.
Most definitely. He's gonna come in. He's gonna come in with one.
Isaiah Bond gonna have a chip on his shoulder. What you have right now is what most teams would want. You got the young quarterback, you got the young wide receiver, you got the young running back. The offensive line is decent, and it's not old, but it's not young. It's experienced.
Mm-hmm.
That defense, that's a Super Bowl winning defense.
Easily. Even with the injuries, that's a Super Bowl winning defense.
That's what you want with a young quarterback. Young weapons all over the place for him to grow with, and a solid top 5 defense. I'll say top 8 defense. I know they're going to be better than that, but I'm accounting for the injuries. But top 8 defense. That's all you need.
The best part about it is this is the reason why Mel is cooking right now. Is because you don't have to pay him outright.
You don't got to pay him.
You can build around him, and you can pay everybody.
And he's a 5th round pick on top of it.
5th rounder.
Come on. And Isaiah Bond is an undrafted free agent.
You don't have to pay him.
You didn't spend a 1st round pick on him like everybody else would have done if it wasn't for the legal troubles.
Yep.
Dog, this is prime real estate.
Yeah, like if y'all don't see the vision, everybody needs to be fired. Everybody gets fired.
Everybody.
Because there's no way y'all don't see this. There's no way y'all don't see this.
There's no way. This is a gold mine. And then the nerve to have 3 first round picks for next year coming in. Bruh. The dynasty is being built right now.
Right now.
The Browns next year could be like the Seahawks when they won. Exactly. That's exactly what you want. Think Ben Roethlisberger when he first got to the Steelers.
I think, and a lot of people are probably going to kill me for this, but I really don't care. I think Chiefs going into their dynasty run. Young defense, experienced defense, really solid O-line. Not too old, not too young, but really experienced. They got some weapons on the outside, right? They have Alex Smith, but he's getting older. Let's go out and get a guy that we drafted number 10 that a whole bunch of teams passed on and put him in that spot. And now, not only do we have a young dynamic quarterback, we also have a young dynamic tight end. We also have a really good young receiver. We also have some really good defensive players that we drafted as well. Do we not see the recipe here?
No, it's there. It's there. And you have to, you can't let your pride and ego and all of that shit get in the way. I was listening to, it was like Cowherd or whoever it was talking about, they have to make Dylan Gabriel work because they spent the 3rd round pick and they don't want to be wrong on that because you drafted Shedeur in the 5th round. It doesn't matter. You flip-flop the 2. They play the same position. So if you failed on the 3rd round pick, but you hit on the 5th round pick, it literally clears the deck. It washes itself out.
Mm-hmm. It evens itself out.
You actually come out better hitting on the lower pick.
5th round pick. You actually come out better hitting on the 5th round pick.
So don't hamstring yourself thinking, well, we got to play, Dylan because that'll be a waste of a 3rd round pick. No, it's not, because you got more value with the 5th round pick.
Got a lot more value with the 5th round pick.
Get his punk ass out of there. Get Dylan Gabriel out the paint or make him the backup. Do whatever you got to do. If Shedeur is going to be the guy, just let him be the guy. Mm-hmm. I know I was like, look, I don't want him to start till around October 16th or whatever that shit is. Fuck that. Once they signed Isaiah Bond, once Junkins came back, let him go. Let that young offense grow together. Dallas Cowboys, when they got Troy Aikman, Emmett, and Michael Irvin, and let that happen.
Literally, gotta let it happen.
Like it just is too much like right now. It's too much like right. Don't mess this up. But it is the Cleveland Browns, and the Cleveland Browns going to do what the Cleveland Browns do. We got it. They have to fix this. And I'm going to tell you this right now. And I think we said this, on the last show. If Shedeur goes out and he makes Cleveland a destination for free agents, the same way that Jaden Daniels has done for Washington, oh, Cleveland gonna get crazy. And don't let them win a Super Bowl.
And that's the biggest factor right there. That's the biggest thing. If y'all, as in the Cleveland Browns, let this opportunity slip away, and this is quite literally the Browns' key to not only competition or to be competitive, but relevancy, right? Relevancy in the football world, right? If y'all let this opportunity squander away, people are going to lose their job. I'm tell you, like there's going to be a mass riot in the city of Ohio or in the state of Ohio and this whatever Cleveland. There's going to be a mass riot, and they're going to make that family sell that fucking team, because you cannot miss out on a key opportunity like this, to where you have young talent, to where you have somebody who's a bona fide superstar, whether he's excelling right now or not, and takes the time to develop. He's a bona fide superstar.
Look, first of all, Shedeur already. This is crazy. I saw this number. It's absolutely nuts. $250 million in jersey sales already.
Already. He's already had one of the highest selling jerseys, if not the highest selling jersey.
The highest. Like,
he hasn't played. How many 12s was in the stands?
He hasn't played a regular season game
yet. And did you see how many 12s was in the stand? Kids, parents.
Yeah. Think about this.
12s.
How many? They saw the numbers that it drew for a preseason game. It was the Browns versus the Panthers, and it was must-watch TV in the preseason.
In the preseason, you didn't want to miss it because everybody was talking about it after.
What do you think is going to be in Week 3 when they got to play the Baltimore Ravens, and it's Shedeur and Lamar Jackson?
Shedeur and Lamar. What are you going to think when it's shit, just divisional games, period? You got Shedeur, Lamar, Shedeur, Joe, Shedeur, Aaron Rodgers. Like, that division is crazy. Shedeur, Josh Allen, Shedeur, Jalen Hurts, Shedeur, Jaden Daniels. Like, it's going to be marquee matchups week after week after week after week after week after week.
Yep.
Because they want to see what Shedeur is going to do against top tier talent, people who we consider top 10 quarterbacks.
100%.
That's why you can't miss out this opportunity. I'm telling you, if you miss out on this opportunity, there are going to be people that are going to be fired, because this is not only Cleveland's chance to be competitive, but at relevancy.
Yep.
Can literally bring your market out of the grave.
And I'm telling you, like, Cleveland is a football city. If this turns into a dynasty of some sort, like if it turns into what, like you said, what they had in Kansas City, that city's gonna go nuts.
Literally.
Like, I know the city went nuts when LeBron won a championship in Cleveland, but if the Browns win a Super Bowl, you're gonna have to call the National Guard.
That city will be an island.
Yeah, you're gonna have to call National Guard.
It's the same as New York.
That's a football city.
Yep, it's the same as New York with the Knicks. And if the Knicks ever win an NBA championship again, New York is going to be an island. Cleveland would be an island. That is a football town through and through. We're talking about another marquee player that would be winning an NFL championship since Jim Brown. And we understand the type of player that Jim Brown was and the type of character that he is walking through the city of Cleveland. Just rest in peace, Jim Brown. Right?
That's the perfect example, Dre. The 49ers let Trey Lance go, who was what, third overall pick? For the seventh round, for Mr. Irrelevant in Purdy, and they understood, hey, we fucked up. You can correct the fuck up with the guy right there. That's all you have to do if you're Cleveland. If Dylan Gabriel's not the guy, it's okay. Because if Shedeur turns out to be the guy, you have the you actually wasted less capital. You didn't have to waste a first round pick to get your franchise quarterback.
Yeah, you didn't.
Like,
and it's not even. You want to know what's crazy? Yeah, they let go of Trey Lance for Brock Purdy, who was a seven rounder, but that's not really the case here. The thing about it is, right? If you remember, they had a veteran quarterback who was drafted number 10 overall, who got paid a massive contract, who took him to the Super Bowl, but just lost in the Super Bowl. And he also took him to the Super Bowl again, but got hurt. And that's where we enter Brock Purdy.
Well,
so
Garoppolo's butt cheeks.
That as well. We all know that, but it's just interesting because Mr. Irrelevant, motherfuckers who you didn't even know who he was. I was telling people, hey, the kid is gonna be nice, okay? Because I remember watching him in a preseason game where they let him actually play the whole game, right? Because they didn't trust Trey Lance. I remember saying, hey, that guy right there, after Trey Lance, he's gonna be nice. Y'all might want to watch out for him. I remember texting my aunt that, right? Jimmy G gets hurt. Trey Lance isn't available because they traded him away. We literally was on the show live when they did that, called it out.
We called it as it happened.
As it happened. Jimmy G gets hurt. Insert Brock Purdy. Next year, everybody's thinking, oh, well, they're not going to let Brock Purdy. Well, no, he has the keys now.
He's got the keys.
But we're probably going to end up coming off of him soon. But we're going to run with the guy who came in and played very, very well. Yeah, he got hurt, but the glimpses that we saw, it's his job now. And they trusted it. Like Dre said, they put that pride aside. It was like, oh, we might have fucked up with Trey, which is okay. We also fucked up with him by giving him that money. But we may have got one. We may have got one.
Okay. You want to do the quarterback tier list or the list that they had of the most overrated NFL players of all time?
I feel like we got to do the overrated first because that quarterback tier list might get real.
Okay.
I'm gonna tag everybody that was going at me, against Josh Allen and stuff like that. So,
okay. So, top 10 most overrated NFL players of all time. Matt Ryan at 10, Odell Beckham at 9, Terry Bradshaw at 8, Michael Vick at 7, William Perry at 6. That is diabolical. That's Troy insane. Aikman at 5. That's nasty work too. Frank crazy. Gore, I agree with 100%. Bo Jackson, crazy work. Joe Namath, it all depends on what you consider overrated with Joe Namath.
I agree with that 100%.
And the nerve of Eli Manning being
absolute nerve. The unmitigated gall. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Let's start at number 10. Start at number 10.
We gotta start at 10 because that's crazy.
Matt Ryan, overrated. It depends. Like, where do you rate Matt Ryan though? Like, that's where you would have to start your conversation. Is like, do you have Matt Ryan in your top 10 all time? Do you have Matt Ryan in your top 20 all time? What the fuck is overrated for Matt Ryan?
And this is the thing about it. It depends on, for me at least, right? Depends on what you value. What do you value when it comes to being overrated versus underrated versus properly rated, right? Like, especially when it comes to Matt Ryan, right? Like, what exactly do you value exactly in that? Like, and do you hold Julio to the same extent? Like,
let's go. Let's see. All right, where was Matt Ryan drafted?
Matt Ryan was drafted.
Matt Ryan was the 3rd overall pick in 2008.
2008.
Okay. What do you expect from the 3rd overall pick as a quarterback? Matt Ryan in his career, 62,000 yards, let's say 63,000 yards passing, 66% completion rate, 381 touchdowns.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That puts him. Matt Ryan is 8th all time in yards. Touchdown. Let's see. Where is he at in TD passes? Why can I find passing touchdown?
me see. They
Why?
might- Yeah, no, I don't. Nah.
I got everything except passing. Oh, there we go. I don't know why I totally skipped over that. That was my bad. Matt Ryan is 9th in touchdown passes. And I guess you want to do a passer rate. Let's do passer rating. See where he's at in passer rate. Uh, 20th in passer rate. I don't know if he's top 10 in touchdowns and yards and top 20 in passer rating.
And
you split the difference. He's the top 12 quarterback. Like, how is he overrated?
I feel like you can't say somebody's overrated when they won an offensive rookie of the year in their first year. They won an MVP
and an MVP. And an MVP.
Like, not to mention, in 2016 alone in the playoffs, the nigga didn't throw an interception.
Yeah. So you're talking about a dude who finished top 10 passing yards and touchdowns, top 10, top 20 passer rating, rookie of the year, and an MVP.
And an offensive player of the year.
And an offensive player of the year. I don't know how you call that person overrated.
He was legitimately one of the best quarterbacks in the league that year. Not to mention, in the playoffs, he led the playoffs all quarterbacks in touchdowns, led the playoffs all the quarterbacks in touchdown percentage, led the playoffs all quarterbacks in yards and yards per average and passer rating. And like I said, did not throw one turnover. That was from the start of the playoffs to the Super Bowl. And even in the Super Bowl, he did not throw an interception.
Right.
That's overrated?
Sounds ridiculous to me. Let's get to number 9, my favorite. Odell Beckham Jr. Now, this is a tricky one because people are going to talk about numbers. But Odell got hurt a couple times. Odell probably would have had Super Bowl MVP in his back pocket if he doesn't blow his ACL.
Yep. Not even probably, he does.
Okay.
I put money on it. I literally put money on it. And then at halftime after he got hurt, I put money on Cooper Kupp getting the MVP. But I literally put money on it. But when he was playing, he was going to win Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even close.
Odell Beckham is the reason. He's the Allen Iverson of the NFL. Well, Michael Vick is probably, and I'm going to get to Michael Vick because he's on this list too, which is absolutely ridiculous. But all of these one-handed catches and all of the stuff that you see from wide receivers now, the swag that they all got, that came from Odell. That's where that came from. Like, his impact on the wide receiver culture, his impact on the NFL culture. No one said, like, if you're gonna ask me, like, Melvin, who is the most talented wide receiver you've ever seen, pound for pound? Odell Beckham. Okay. Some people will say Calvin Johnson because he's 6'4", 230, he's fast, he's all those things. Yeah, but Odell's better than all. He's better than all of that. Odell is 6 feet, but he plays like he's 6'5".
The reason why you can't overrate Odell is because, or say he's overrated, is because and I understand the numbers don't back him up, but there's a lot of players to where numbers don't show or tell the full story. And
yeah, like Odell's first, let me see, make sure I want to make sure I get this correct. Odell's he got hurt in his 4th year.
Yep.
But you look at his rookie season, second and third season, he had 91 catches for 1,300 yards and 12 touchdowns, 96 catches for 1,400 yards and 13 touchdowns, 101 catches for 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns. Like, that's where he was going before he blew his knee out.
Literally. Blew his knee, came back, 300 yards. Oh, he blew his knee, had 300 yards, but he came back and followed up with a ban and then got traded and then followed up with another ban before he blew his knee again.
Like Odell's one of the freakish athletes, if not the most freakish athlete we've seen in the NFL.
And I don't care. I do not care. He still owns the title for the greatest catch of all time.
Yeah, and no one puts Odell Beckham in that top 10 wide receiver range. Now, if we're going to talk top 10 talent, he's easily 1 or 2.
Yeah, for sure. As far as talent goes,
if we're just talking talent, he's easily 1 or 2. But if we're just going to talk about where we rank Odell, we can't really do it. The injuries derailed that. So
nobody's putting him in those GOAT conversations. So
so I don't know where the overrating of Odell comes, but whatever. This is a stupid list anyway. Terry Bradshaw. I'm gonna keep this real quick. No one rates Terry Bradshaw nowhere.
I was gonna say nobody rates Terry Bradshaw anything. If you talk to anybody, everybody talks the Steel Curtain. Everybody talks Lynn Swann. Everybody talks Franco Harris. Nobody talks about. Everybody talks about everything but Terry Bradshaw.
Exactly. Terry Bradshaw won 4 Super Bowls, and no one knows that he won 4 Super Bowls.
Everybody talks about the 4 Super Bowls that the Steelers won, excluding Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah, so
they bring up the Steel Curtain, they bring up Lynn Swann, they bring up that defense, they bring up Franco Harris. Motherfuckers forget Terry Bradshaw was even on the team. Who was the quarterback? Terry Bradshaw. Yeah. Oh, that's right, he was the quarterback.
Don't nobody fucking overrate Terry Bradshaw. Let's get to number 7 because that's where I'm gonna lose my shit.
That is absolutely fucking crazy.
To say Michael Vick is overrated, Michael Vick is probably underrated.
Who? Okay. There's no way y'all talking about the same Michael Vick.
There's no Michael Vick is probably the most underrated player on this list because the things that Michael Vick was able to do. Come on. I mean, all right. Let me hold on. Let's get Mike Vick up here. Because when I saw his name, I was like, there's no way y'all are serious right now. Hold on. Why is my phone tweaking right now?
Like the Michael Vick?
The Michael Vick. That guy.
Y'all are out of your mind.
No.
Like
you can thank Michael Vick for every black quarterback that we have in the NFL right now.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to hear Randall Cunningham. I don't want to hear Warren Moon. I don't want to hear Doug Williams. I love all of those players, but no.
Yeah, not to say Doug Williams, Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham. There's a couple other guys, Major Harris. There's a couple guys that came before Michael Vick that were Steve McNair came around the same time. He came after. But Michael Vick is the reason you got Cam Newton, RG3, Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson. Like, he's the reason for all of this. All of this. So, to say he's overrated, even a guy like Josh Allen. Because Michael Vick was an experience. And Michael Vick is also in the same boat how I talk about with Cam Newton.
Literally. Y'all wasn't outside for the Michael Vick experience. That's the reason.
You wasn't outside. If y'all love Cam Newton, Michael Vick would have blew your brain. Now,
they literally had a game.
Michael Vick, when I was like, Cam, we love Cam, but we exclude what he actually did on the football field because we love Cam. Cam wasn't a winning quarterback. He wasn't an accurate quarterback, but we love Cam. That was the case with Michael Vick. Michael Vick, we loved him, but the Falcons really wasn't winning too much shit with Michael Vick. But we loved watching Vick play because he was us. He was that kid that was in your neighborhood that you knew he was the best athlete in the neighborhood, and you hated playing against him, but you loved watching him when he was on your team. Okay? What Michael Vick did, being the first quarterback to beat the Packers in Lambeau he did that. He was the first quarterback to beat the Packers in Lambeau in the playoffs. And they was running the wishbone. That's how crazy it was back then. Falcons used to run the wishbone. With Warren Dunn, TJ Duckett.
TJ Duckett. Man, y'all don't remember TJ.
Like, it was crazy. Michael Vick, and then we got the resurgence of Michael Vick when he came back from the dogfighting situation, and then he was in Philadelphia. Then you saw a totally different Michael Vick.
Mm-hmm.
So Michael Vick being on this list as overrated is bullshit. We're not doing that.
He had a game and he had cleats that motherfuckers you couldn't even find. They weren't in stores. Y'all talk about the vapors. Y'all talk about all of this new stuff. They didn't compare to the Michael Vicks.
Nope. The Michael Vick experience was something different.
It was a game, a virtual reality game.
Yeah, like y'all don't understand.
Like y'all Perry, bro. Like the shit that he did transcended the game of football.
Right.
We don't get a lot of players if it wasn't for Michael Dwayne Vick. Don't do that.
Don't do that. William Perry. I'm not going to talk about the fridge. Saying that the fridge is overrated is just stupid. I'm not arguing. Like, that's dumb. Like,
you didn't watch it.
What is overrated about the fridge?
You didn't watch it. You didn't watch it.
And who overrates Troy Aikman?
And I get it. I understand. This is a young person list, right? ML football. I understand this is a young person list. Some young person made this list because they didn't watch a lot of these players play. I get it. I understand.
Yeah,
but like, as far as the refrigerator, like William the refrigerator, first of all, there's a reason why they called him the refrigerator. This nigga was big as fuck. But the way that he moved at his size was unheard of at the time.
6'2", I think he was, 350 pounds. He ran a 4.6.
To be
6'2", 350 and ran a 4.6.
The way, and it's just the way
defense tackle or nose guard back then,
and just the way he was built, like you didn't see that the type of athleticism that he carried and that he produced at his size was unheard of at the time. That's the reason why what he brought was completely different. Like they used him on offense, they used him on defense. They like. What he did and what he brought to the game of football was absolutely next level. That's the reason why you can't overrate somebody like refrigerator like William Perry. That's actually crazy.
Shoot, just found out his birthday is the day before mine. Way to go, William Perry. All right, Troy Aikman. You can't overrate a nigga who won 3 Super Bowls. You just can't do it. It's insane, stupid, nasty work. No, how many Super Bowls? He won 3 or 4.
Troy won 3. But you can't overrate somebody who, again,
3-time Super Bowl champ, 6-time Pro Bowl. Like, and I get it because people be like, well, he had Emmett in the offensive line, and he never made the Pro Bowl, and made an All Pro. I don't give him that shit about none of that. He did the job what a quarterback is supposed to do: go win games.
And then on top of that, like I said for Matt Ryan, during his Super Bowl run where he won Super Bowl MVP, led the league, led the playoffs, led all quarterbacks in the playoffs with yards, touchdowns, didn't throw any interceptions. Actors like, come on, dog, we can't do that. You can't say somebody's overrated when they have 3 chips in which they heavily contributed to. I don't care who his surrounding cast was and how he played.
Right, and then I'm gonna speed this up just a little bit. Because I'm gonna remove Eli is not overrated. I don't care what nobody says. Shut up. Joe Namath.
Overrated somebody who beat Tom Brady twice.
Right.
After being 8-8, coming from the wild card. That doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense. Joe Namath, no one rates Joe Namath anywhere unless you are a Jets fan. And that's
unless you're a Jets fan.
Like, that makes no difference. Bo Jackson being overrated, we just say Bo Jackson is like the biggest what if in football.
What he did for the game of football, what he did for athleticism, what he did for sports, won't. Yeah. It goes down to what Deion did. What they did for the game of football, what they did for athletes at the time was unheard of.
The Bo nose movement was second only to like be like Mike.
Literally, like
Like
it you can't overrate somebody who literally had the world in their hands.
yeah, like you can't do that. And I did that only to get to Frank Gore, and Frank Gore is always going to be in my crosshairs because out of everybody on this list, that's the only motherfucker on there that he need to be number one.
Well,
Because I have this fight every single fucking time about Frank Gore. Frank Gore I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it because I told you I can find a way to put LeBron in every conversation, but I'm not going to do it. He is LeBron. His longevity is why people think that he's one of the greatest running backs of all time. No. He's second all time in rushing. He's never led the league in rushing. He don't have no rushing time. He's done nothing. He's never been considered the best running back in the league. None of that. He just played a really long time. And kudos to him for doing it. That's a hard thing to do, to play running back for as long as he did. But people trying to say he's a top 5 running back all time and all that, bullshit. I told y'all, and I made my list. I found 60 running backs, 66 0 running backs that I will take before I even got to Frank Gore. That's overrated. That nigga's overrated. Him.
He wasn't even the best running back in the league when he was playing. In the year that he went for 16 and almost 17.
Emmitt Smith, but you got to understand, Emmitt Smith has 3 rushing titles, and Emmitt Smith was arguably the first or second best running back in the NFL while he was playing behind Barry Sanders. That was never the case for Frank Gore. How many rushing titles does Emmitt have? I think he has 2. Nope,
4.
I lied. Emmitt Smith has 4 rushing titles and led the league in touchdowns 3 times. Frank Gore has done none of those things.
And he did it for a longer period of time.
Yeah, Emmitt played 15 years. And what did Frank Gore play? 17?
16.
16. 16.
Right. It wasn't a one-off. That's the thing. That's the difference with Emmitt. Like with Frank, you can kind of say, well, yeah, no, it might have been a one-off. 16, 11, 10, 11, 12, 12, 11, 11, 10.
Yeah.
So it's like outside of that 1 year where he went for 16.
He was a solid running back.
He was solid running back.
He was solid. No disrespect.
Right.
He was solid.
As far as where you looking at somebody like an Emmitt, come on, dog. 15 in his second year, 17, 14, 17, 12, 10, 13, 12. And he was doing 13s, putting up almost 1,400 yards when he was 30.
Yeah, no, they're not the same.
Literally, 35 years old, almost putting up a band.
Nobody ever had the offensive line that Emmitt Smith had.
I was going to say, you can't go out and you can't wish for a better offensive line with a genie.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with it. I don't care about any of that.
The Cowboys know how to build and draft offensive line because they did it again, and that's where we got DeMarco Murray. Y'all remember?
Right. You can't. I'm not gonna diminish. He still had to go produce though.
Yeah. Number 1 O-line every single one of those years, for sure. Absolutely. But we understand the life and the longevity of running backs. They look at the attempts.
Yeah,
he also in carries as well.
In 15 games in 1994, he almost had 1,500 yards rushing.
We got to understand
in
how
13 games. In 13 games in 93, he had almost 1,500 yards. Frank Gore's not doing that. Not doing that. So, hey, it is what it is, man. Frank Gore to me will always be ass cheeks. Him, Darrell Reeves, Calvin Johnson. You want to talk about overrated? Them niggas right there. I can do my own overrated list. You don't want to see my list.
Oh,
Patrick Willis. Patrick Willis. We can do it. We can do it. Yeah, the San Francisco 49er offensive line was not trash, dog.
Yeah, they were actually really good.
They had a really good offensive line. So it may not have been the Dallas offensive line, but it was really good.
Like I said, you couldn't wish for a better offensive line if you had a genie.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys, they know how to build offensive lines to protect either their quarterback or their running back.
Said this 1,000 times.
When they had Tony Romo and DeMarco Murray. It's the reason why DeMarco Murray got that big-ass contract in Tennessee. And then what happened?
Yeah, like you can say a lot of things
that Dallas offensive line anymore.
You can say a lot of things about Jerry Jones. The one thing you cannot say is he does not know how to draft and develop players.
He knows how to draft. The nigga knows football. He knows football for sure.
You
may not know how to win Super Bowls anymore.
That's because the head coach, he doesn't know how to pick head coaches. That's another thing.
But the nigga knows football and he knows talent.
So, speaking of overrated, let's get to somebody who I think is a bit underrated. This was a topic of conversation on the Twitter, on the Bird app, or X now, and on Instagram. Is Mike Evans a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
I believe 100%. You can't find me another wide receiver that has played 11 seasons and went over a band every single season.
You literally can't.
I mean, the only person that has started off their career that way, I believe, was Jerry Rice.
I believe so. I think that's one of the as far as
not even Jerry Rice.
Not even Jerry. Yeah.
Because Jerry Rice, his first year, he only went for 9-7. He went for 927.
927.
So,
I would say if the only person who you can say started their career like that is Randy, because he started off with 13.
But then, how many years straight did Randy go?
Let me see. 6
years. So he still did it 5 more years than that. And I'm gonna put money on it. He's gonna get a ban this year.
I would believe so. I would think so.
So you got the numbers. He's got the Super Bowl. Hey, is he a first ballot Hall of Famer? Depends on who he's going into the Hall of Fame against, but he's definitely a Hall of Famer.
He's for surely a Hall of Famer.
So
based on consistency alone.
Yeah, just with the numbers alone, he's going in.
I've always said this. He's a top 10 receiver based off consistency alone.
Yeah, because right now, Mike Evans, where is he at? Mike Evans right now is 24th all time in yards. And if he gets a ban this year, that'll move him up to 14.
Just like that.
That's just if he goes for anything more than that, he could. If he goes for anything more than that, he could be in the top 50. He could be in the top 13, top 20. If he goes ape shit, he could break the top 10.
Which I believe he can, because if you look at the Bucs receivers this year,
and
Yeah.
Based off all of the reports last year yesterday in the joint practice that they had, he was cooking Jalen Ramsey's ass in joint practice against the damn Steelers. So
that man he's still like that.
So
Still
we'll see.
like
And he's Baker's favorite target. All he got to do is stay healthy.
No.
But Mike isn't the version. No, because Mike Evans only played 11 seasons.
And he's been doing it consistently at receiver for 11 seasons.
He played 11 seasons, though. Like, how is that?
He's been doing it consistently at receiver for 11 seasons. And this is the reason why it's more impressive, because with running back, it's a lot easier to acquire a lot more yards depending on, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, because they're just putting the ball in your stomach, right?
Yeah.
With receiver, it's a lot more difficult to acquire those yards because of the quarterback. He has to have somebody throwing the ball. He can't throw himself the ball. So if he's with the consistency, because in this case, his consistency, not just his longevity.
But Frank Gore's consistency and Mike Evans' consistency is two totally different things. Like Frank Gore, if you are rushing for 900 yards, 800 yards, 900 yards, and then you break 1,000 and you break 1,000 again, but you back down to 9, it's not the same. Mike Evans was never the top wide receiver. He's been in the top 5 of wide receivers more than Frank Gore has been top 5 running back in the league.
And that's the reason why I don't understand that. Because how has Mike Evans never been a top 5 receiver when he's the most consistent? He's never went under a man.
Yeah.
Even with the bad quarterback play, he's never went under a man. That has to matter for something. Like, that's what people don't, you know what I'm saying? That's what people don't understand. Like, when you can consistently put up 1,000, like I said, this is different from being a running back. If somebody just putting it doesn't matter who's that quarterback, they're just putting the ball in your gut, and you're making shit happen.
Yeah, he's got more Pro Bowls. He's got more Pro Bowls than Frank Gore.
This is a lot different, because you have to wait for somebody to get you the ball, and you have to get open yourself. You're not waiting for a blocking scheme and for other people to sit there and open up blocks and holes and stuff like that. Like, you have to get open. You have to win your one-on-one matchup on a consistent basis to where your quarterback can find you on a consistent basis. And he did that for 10 years, even with bad quarterback play.
Look,
as much as we love Jameis, we have to keep it a bean here.
As much as we love Jameis,
we have to keep it a bean here. That was not good quarterback play. And he still was consistent enough, good enough to put up ban after ban after ban. Like, he's for surely a top, like I say, based off consistency alone, he's a top 10 receiver.
Yeah. I mean,
people can never name him better. Especially at the time where he was at his peak, like the kids like to say, people could not name me 10 better receivers.
Yeah, he's in that, and his career is not over either. And like I said, he's
better receivers now.
And I think he has a better quarterback now that he's older. So we'll see what he do.
And based off consistency, and based off seasons, and based off career, I tell people all the time, name me 10 better receivers than Mike Evans.
Yeah. And for him to be who he is, like, you never think that Mike Evans is a deep threat because of who he is, but he's like a deep threat.
He's actually a really solid deep threat.
Yeah. All right, let's get to this goddamn quarterback tier list. This is the bullshit. All right. Tier 1, we got Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Jackson, Stafford. Tier 2, Jaden Daniels, Justin Herbert, Jared Goff, CJ Stroud, Jalen Hurts, Baker, Dak Prescott, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy. Tier 3, Kyler Murray, Aaron Rodgers, Tua, Trevor Lawrence, Geno, Bo Nix, Sam Darnold, Drake May, Caleb Williams, Bryce Young, Kirk Cousins, Russell Wilson. Oh, my bad. At the end, Kirk Cousins. Tier 4, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, Michael Penix, J.J. McCarthy, Daniel Jones, Joe Flacco, Anthony Richardson, Spencer Rattler. And Tier 5, Kenny Pickett.
That's actually crazy.
That's actually wild. Okay. They said it's ranked by average, tier rankings, color by tier. Okay. I don't know exactly what they use to rank these niggas. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use it from the sidelines. And we're gonna readjust all this shit. All right.
Absolutely.
In tier one, there's only 2 quarterbacks. 1, 2.
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson.
Period.
That's it. There is no other
I've been
quarterback.
arguing over fucking Josh Allen all goddamn week. Y'all getting on my nerves.
Yeah, there's only 2 quarterbacks in tier 1. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. Tier 2. Okay? I'm not putting Jaden Daniels as much as I'm a Commanders fan. He's not tier 2. He played 1 season. 1. Let's calm down. Let's give it some time. Tier 2, I would go Stafford. I really hate Josh Allen.
I'm putting Joe Burrow before Josh Allen. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just based off pure quarterbacking, I'm putting Joe Burrow over Josh Allen.
Okay. So, all right. That's what we're going to do. All right. So, we'll go Stafford, Burrow. That's it. Now, yeah, Stafford and Burrow. Now, tier 3 will probably be most of the quarterbacks. That's where you get your Jared Goffs, your Josh Allens, your Bakers, your Jalen Hurts, Dak, Jordan Love, Purdy, CJ Stroud. Did I say Herbert? Like, most of the guys are – the way it really looks is this. There's 2 guys at the top, Lamar and Mahomes. Everybody else, then you got that next tier, like I said, where you got Stafford and Joe Burrow. Then you got a big-ass group in the middle. What'd you say? Cam Ward not here since he's a rookie. J.J. McCarthy might as well be a rookie. I wouldn't put J.J. McCarthy on this list either.
J.J. or Drake May.
I wouldn't put none. Anybody that was a rookie last year or a rookie this year, I wouldn't have them on the list.
I guess. Well, I mean, they got JJ and they got Michael Penix right next.
I wouldn't put. But that goes to tell you, and this is where I want to go with the conversation. The quarterback playing the NFL today isn't good.
Well, yeah,
it's not good. It's very top heavy, and everything else is just borderline good and because think about it. I'm gonna take Jaden Daniels. CJ Stroud. No, I'm going to keep CJ Stroud. He's played 2 seasons already. I'm taking all the young quarterbacks. I'm taking Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Caleb, Michael Penix, JJ. I'm taking them off. Spencer Rattler, I'm taking him off. When you're looking at the rest of the quarterbacks, when you look at Justin Herbert, talented, ain't done shit.
Yep.
Jared Goff, I'm still waiting for he's Cinderella. It's got the clock is going to strike 12 and he's going to turn back to being what he is. Jalen Hurts is a solid tier 2, tier 3 quarterback. I know that's a topic for conversation with people and they hate Jalen Hurts today and they hate him yesterday, but he's a solid 2 or 3 tier 3 quarterback.
Yeah.
Baker, tier 3. Dak, tier 3. Jordan Love, tier 3.
Yep, that's fine. That's fair for them.
Kyler Murray is not a tier 3 quarterback. Kyler Murray is closer to a 4. He's closer to a 5 than he is a 3.
Yeah, he's more tier 4, tier 5 than he is 3, if we're being honest.
Yeah, like he hasn't done anything for anybody to be excited that, or you would really want him to be your franchise quarterback.
Well, true. And then quick question though, is this a prove it year for Kyler Murray?
I would say yes.
I would say yes. I think you have to give, because, well, just based off the energy and based off the contract, you have to You obviously give him another year with his young receiver. And
I wouldn't give him shit if he don't. If I don't see it this year, because you fucked him up last year.
Well, we didn't. They didn't fuck. He fucked himself up, honestly. So I mean,
don't talk about Kyler. Like Kyler fucked himself up. Like,
he fucked himself up. So it's like
you were supposed you finally got a weapon and you didn't use it, dog. So if Marvin Harrison goes into this season and he doesn't look like the number one pick that they drafted, you got to get somebody in here who could do it.
Yeah, and you literally said it like verbatim out of your mouth. It's not your job to get him the ball, which is literally your job to get the ball.
I mean, so, if I'm the Cardinals, I call the Packers for Malik Willis and bring him in.
Oh, I'm not mad at that at all.
Aaron Rodgers is the tier 5. Tua, tier 4. Sunshine or Bill is tier 4. Geno, I'll say Geno's 3. Geno's a tier 3.
Geno's more 3 than anything.
Geno's a 3. I'm not going to count Bo Nix. Sam Darnold is, I'm going to say he's still 4. I don't trust Sam Darnold. I just don't.
Yeah, no. No, not yet. You can't put that one season.
Bryce Young, he's a 4, but he's closer to a 3 than a 4. I just want to see what he does this season.
I think he has a lot of upside, especially with the weapons that they've acquired, and I think that he's still a question mark for right now. But
I think he can. He's a 4 that literally he can jump into that 3 and then possibly a 2. I like his talent. He could jump into a 2, but we just got to see what that offense does. Kirk Cousins is a 4. We already know that. Russ is a 4, but he can definitely be. He's like
I would say
Bryce
more
Young.
3.
He's more of a 3. Russ is a 3. I'm gonna put Russ
because he's a seasoned vet, and you know what you're gonna get with Russ. It's not like
Russ didn't play bad last year.
Exactly. He's never a guy that's gonna come in and play horrible or play bad. He's gonna play solid enough to at least kind of get you to the playoffs. I think 3 is best for him. I think if Russ gets a lot of disrespect.
Justin Fields, he's a 5. I said
Penix. I think with Justin and the Steelers last year, because he shared the reps or he shared the season with Russ, you couldn't really grade him fairly based off that season alone. So we have to see what he's going to do with this offense and the Jets. So right now, we'll probably place him as a 4.
I'll put him at a 4. I'll put him at a 4. Penix and McCarthy, we're not going to do.
Potential to be a 3, just based off the season.
Right. Penix and McCarthy, I'm not going to do. Daniel Jones is a 5. Flacco is a 5. Anthony Richardson, I'm not going to put him in a 5, but he's a 4.
Yeah, I would say he's a 4. He's just a project, bro. And
he's a project, but he's not bad. Like he's.
And I think if you get him with the right person, not even just with the right team, I think with the right person that he should be fine. I'm not saying he'll be a superstar like everybody's expecting, but I think he'll be fine.
Right. And Spencer Rattler is a 5.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler, Kenny Pickett are bona fide 5s.
And Kenny Pickett a 5. So Seahawks going into the fourth quarter up 30-10.
30-10, yep.
Let's see. Jalen Milroe, 1 pass for 20 yards. Drew Lock, 10 of 12, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns. Sam Darnold, 4 for 4 for 34. Damian Martinez having a decent game on the ground. So there's that. I don't care about anybody on the Chiefs. Tomorrow, Browns, Eagles. No Shedeur. He's not going to play tomorrow.
Which means we're going to see a lot of Dylan Gabriel.
Put that down. 49ers, Raiders tomorrow. Colts, Packers, Vikings, Patriots, Panthers, Texans, Dolphins, Lions, Bucks, Steelers, Ravens, Cowboys, Jets, Giants. It's always that's the Snoopy Bowl.
Yep.
Chargers, Rams, Cardinals, Broncos, and then on Sunday we got 2 games: Jaguars, Saints, Bills, Bears, and then Monday Night Football. Commanders and the Bengals. So we're easing our way. Yeah, we're easing our way into the regular season. Teams are going to start cutting down rosters at the end of this week.
Yep.
So we'll see where Shedeur stands after these cuts at the end of this week. Let's see. Where is Tampa? They're in Pittsburgh. So we get to see Shiloh and what he does. Yep. So, we got 2 more games after this, after tonight. We got this weekend and next weekend. And then we get into the meat and potatoes of this NFL season. We got to enjoy it because it always seems like the NFL season comes and it goes very, very
quick. Goes way too quick. So we definitely gotta enjoy it. We definitely can't take it for granted because every single time it leaves us, we're sitting here hurt like our dog just died.
Yeah, and we're gonna start squeezing in the college football because we have college football starts next weekend. Next
week, yep. It's on and popping.
Yeah, Saturday we got Iowa State, Kansas State.
Mm-hmm.
On the 23rd, on the 28th, Boise State, South Florida. On the 29th, Illinois versus Western Illinois. And then we have Saturday, August 30th, which is going to be absolutely insane.
Ridiculous.
Michigan, New Mexico, we don't really care too much about that. Michigan just better not lose. That's all I'm saying.
Really?
But Ohio State, Texas, 1 versus 3.
1v3.
You have Alabama, Florida State.
Also going to be crazy.
Clemson, LSU.
Mm-hmm.
There was another game. Oh, the weekend. It's the whole weekend. Notre Dame, Miami on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina, Virginia Tech on Sunday. And a couple other games, but nothing notable.
Nothing that popped off the screen too much.
Outside of those games, Tennessee, Syracuse could be something.
We'll see. We'll see how that translates. I got to take a look at the rosters, watch a little bit of film on some spring games, based off the teams, especially the ones in the top 10 rankings.
But the Ohio State Texas game,
that's
the game
next.
I want to see what Arch does. I want to see if Arch go out there and do what I think he's going to do, man.
All eyes going to be on Arch, and all eyes going to be on Jeremiah Smith.
Yep. All right.
Football's back, baby.
Yeah, football's back, man. We here. Like we waited, we got it. And shout out to every single person watching, listening.
Mm-hmm.
Last week we had 100 people in the view, like in the chat, going crazy. The video collectively is up to 500. We appreciate that. Like we love that.
Just keep the energy coming, okay? Keep the energy coming. Keep sliding through the live streams. Keep dropping in the comments. Keep interacting with the TikToks and the Instagram pages, and we can keep dropping this dope ass content for y'all, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we said, 2025, 2026, we going up, and we not stopping.
We going up. We got a lot going on. I'm still waiting on the shit for season 3 to come up. I gotta hit this dude up again. He hit me up last night, said, I got you, bro. Yada. Nothing happened. So I'm gonna have to wring his goddamn neck. But we are coming. We will have season 3.
A lot of guests in the pipeline. We know that y'all want to see some guests. Y'all want to see some notable faces. We are working on it. We're just trying to make sure that they got the time to come on screen and rock with us for a little bit. But they're coming. Trust and believe. We got them on deck.
We turning up in season 3. We are turning up in season 3. And it's all because of y'all. We go viral because of y'all. Y'all like the videos. You jump in the comments. Y'all do all the things that we need y'all to do. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. And pretty soon you might see us on your favorite network.
Yeah, keep rocking with us, man. You're probably going to see us. Actually, no, you're not probably going to see us. You're definitely going to see us with one of them plaques in the background.
The plaques are coming. That's the big thing. I got to get a room too because I'm sitting in my damn kitchen. But I'm gonna figure out a way so I can put that
See
plaque.
me, I got the setup going. I just need the plaque over here, man. You know what I
Right.
mean? Sitting on the desk. You feel me? That's it. So
right.
y'all keep rocking with us, man. You feel me? So we can get that.
Yep. We appreciate everybody for coming through. We will see y'all next week.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the